All right, it's that time of year again. I'm going to meet a Louisiana legend and one of the coolest guys on the planet, Joe Lavigne, to go float the Tangipahoa River. One of my favorite things to do. Absolutely love it. Come along with us. All right, Joe and I just got on. There's the bridge that we put in at. The river it's not crystal clear, but it's definitely fishable. Joe made a quick float 2 days ago and had really good success, but every day is different, so we'll see what happens today. We're both starting with humdinger spinner baits. Joe's got a chartreuse in black, I got a chartreuse in white. We'll see what they want today. You think they're spawning?
Some of them had eggs, not many.
When do they spawn in these rivers? April, May, or is it right about now?
Water's definitely clear.
Oh yeah, definitely. We just need a sign.
You can't get any peaceful.
Man, you're right. It is just awesome. It's half the fun of coming to do this, just seeing all this. Oh, there he is. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Oh, another one's with him. Another one's with him. Oh, two of them with him. Look at that, Bo. That's a good fish, man. Oh, look at that. Look, another one.
That's unbelievable.
Whew, look at that. That's a good fish. That's a good Kentucky.
Oh, well, I kind of told you that.
Yep, you called it. You called it.
Watch it, Bo. Oh, that is pretty, Bo.
Yeah, it's pretty. Two other fish trying to take the bait out of his mouth.
Is that crazy?
Perfect, perfect.
All right, push it. You know they got some more fish in there.
Oh, of course. I know they got at least two more.
That was a pretty good one to start on, Bo. Oh, he came up there. It looked like a
submarine.
A jet coming through there.
That's the type of fish just make your day, man. I could just go home now.
That fish wouldn't let that bait get away. I could tell you.
It's just good to see those other fish so fired up too, coming after. It's a good sign. Got him? Oh, Bo, I got smoked. Missed him. Real high pitch. I went with him one day. Oh, goodness. That's a good fish, Bo.
Go ahead, Bo. Yeah, baby.
All right. Fell off at the right time, right in the boat.
You got your little deal going. Two good fish, Bo.
He's feisty. That was a good hit. He smoked it.
Good spot in that curve.
Not as big as the last, but man, look how full he is in the belly. He's been eating something.
That's tall. I don't know what that's close to be.
Next year's crop. Oh, how could there not be one there, huh? Oh, there he is. First cast with the inline spinner. There you go.
Should I take it off? Yeah, I'm gonna keep them.
First cast, oh shoot!
Oh, you hit him?
I got bumped.
Bad moss being called up.
There he is.
Good
A little one, little one. Pull him against the current. Feels big. Oh, get him, Bo. What's that? What's that? He hadn't jumped. What is that? Oh, that's a good one. There you go. That's a good fish. Oh, it fell out the boat.
Fell in the water.
Rim shot.
Right there?
Yeah. Oh, you called it, Bo. Not a bad one.
No.
You take that.
There you go.
Ooh! 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 Bo, you saw that? Oh, goodness.
Oh, Bo.
That was a big fish, man.
He must have been right there, huh, when you was lifting up?
Yeah, you wonder if he like followed the bait in or if he just shot up from the depths or...
No, he probably followed, but who knows?
I wish he'd gotten it. Man, that's a good looking spot. Oh,
What's my saying, Bo?
little fish in a big fish spot. Yep, the wrong one hit you. You know there's a big one back there. Ooh, get him, Bo. That one's got an opinion. Man, he's not as big as I thought he was. It's a nice fish, but...
I'll take him, Bo.
Heck yeah, you take him.
Oh, he hit that sucker. He hit like he was
Yeah, you can't tell in these Kentuckys, man. Sometimes a 1 pound fish feels like a 3 pounder.
You gotta learn on the river sometimes, though. They'll bite early morning sometimes. In the fall, a lot of times, I mean, they'll actually bite the whole frickin' float.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was in the fall this year when you and I went. We caught fish nonstop the whole day.
The whole time, yeah.
Oh, get him, Bo. That's a good fish. Nice. All right, nice one. There we go. Maybe the tide is turning. I mean, that's where you should have been. That's a pretty spot. All right, every now and then when you do this, you just got to get out and stretch your legs. That's what we're doing right now. I'm just walking on a sandbar. This river is just so beautiful. That's half the fun of coming to do this. Just seeing this place, just spectacular. Now, admittedly, this is the slowest trip Joe and I have ever done, and still it's phenomenal. Gotten really spoiled because usually it's just on fire. The river's still a little bit murky, but it's going to improve as the days move along, that's for sure. As long as we don't get any rain, that's the key. Of course, springtime we sometimes get dumped on, but you go these big stretches. We haven't had any rain in the last 2 weeks, and this thing's really getting right. I really think our best moments are still ahead of us. Stay tuned, let's find out.
1.5.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, that's bad.
It's a major goby tail.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, you lied.
Not the fish of the day, but it's a bite. It's a connection. So Joe and I noticed these fish, we're getting hits, but they're not attacking the bait. And you can see how this one was hooked, just like right here, just barely got it. And Joe made a good point. On days when these fish want these baits, you can't keep them off of it. Today it's the opposite. Lots of bites, small connection percentage. So I've done a number of videos with Joe floating these rivers, and every time I do one, I get lots of queries about people wanting to come do it. There are definitely some things you do have to keep in mind if you intend to come do this. Number one, you got to have somebody drop you off and pick you up. You cannot leave a truck. It will get towed 100%. Number two, you got to know how to paddle. Joe's been doing this his entire life. He's got it down to a science. It's not as easy as you think. And number three, you've got to be able to cast. You've got to be able to cast very, very accurately. Super important. Joe was telling me earlier about a buddy that he took once to do this. Joe caught 50 fish, the buddy caught 2, because the buddy just could not cast. Accurate casts are vital. Oh, and number 4, don't even think about coming to do this if you've got any degree of arachnophobia, because you will have spiders all over the boat. It's an absolute guarantee. All shapes and sizes. We've got a monster in here right now. Oh, shoot, got smoked. Look, oh, that's a good fish too. But I will tell you this, the absolute beauty of this place is stunning. It never gets old. I've done probably 20, 25 trips with Joe over the years, and every time I'm just staggered by the beauty of this place. So it's worth it, and the fishing is just lights out. I mean, it's the slowest trip we've ever had today, and we're still catching plenty of fish. Still very optimistic. You're gonna get bites on each cast. It's just a lot of fun. And these fish at any moment could turn on. We've seen that happen before where it's slow and all of a sudden the switch flips and all these fish that are biting and missing the bait all of a sudden start clobbering the bait and you get them in. I love it. I absolutely love doing this. It's something I look forward to every year. Typically, we do it in the spring and fall. That's the best times. And again, you gotta wait until there's no rain for a couple weeks. Joe and I did do it one year in August. I don't know if you remember that. We caught a limit, but it's kind of slow. Well, there you go. Now you did. That's a good one. That's one for the box, Bo.
Huh?
That's one for the box.
Yeah.
And, oh, get him, Bo. I saw that thing disappear.
Yeah, baby.
Looks like fun. I gotta tie on that crankbait just for kicks, just to see. You never know. All right, there's a new bait by Bill Lewis called an ATV. It's a square bill crankbait. It's on the small side. It was a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna give this a whirl. Having trouble catching anything on that spinner bait. We'll see if they'll hit this. We like to go. We got a condo in Perdido. Oh, come on! Did he hit at you?
No.
Oh, and he came back. That's not a bad fish, Bo. All right, that had to be the fish that hit.
Ain't no doubt.
See if he's got a friend.
If they don't hit the limb,
He probably would have hit it right away.
he'd have had it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fish. Can you guess what happened?
There he is.
There he goes, Bo.
All right, finally. Broke the ice. I was letting that bait sit still. You want him or no?
Yeah. This one too.
The one you about to catch?
Yeah.
What are you?
Come on, baby. Still keep it.
He didn't come up at all. That's a good fish, Bo.
Come on. Oh.
I hope he's got a mouthful of those hooks. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Beautiful fish.
On the ATV.
A beautiful fish.
All right, real good fish. Fish of the day right there.
All right.
Hooked him on top of the head.
Not in the mouth?
Nope, not in the mouth. That tells you.
He's swiping at it.
Yep.
Oh.
You got smoke, Bo? Oh, you got him?
He got my bait too.
Oh, he did? Lost the craw?
I got him. I got look.
Right in the eye.
Out the mouth.
That fish made my day.
That was a beautiful fish.
He clocked that bait.
You got a bridge already?
I got my hair done.
Oh, there's a fish.
Oh.
That's a nice one. Holy Toledo. That's a good one.
All right, we. Oh Lord, he got it.
He got up in your crankbait. Yeah, look, I mean, he's got it deep. Like this, that fish hit it like he wanted it. That's a good sign when they hit it like that. Joe and I are about, I don't know, how far from the takeout?
Close.
And it seems like these fish are turning on. Just so special out here, just so awesome.
It's no doubt about it, they're hitting way better.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, this trip is coming to a close. There's the bridge right ahead. Joe's wife, Debbie, is waiting for us in the truck. Shout out to Debbie. She brings us all the time to come do this. Just a saint of a lady. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video as much as we did putting it together. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind, share the video with somebody you think would also enjoy it. Would definitely appreciate that. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh or in a river or in the swamp, whatever, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.